fifth grade. So we're starting some new concepts this week. So I want to go over those. I want to review some old concepts and just so you're prepared for your test that you're having this week. But the first thing we're going to work on is page 259. We're going to start working with area. Area measures the surface of a simple closed figure. Area is found by dividing the region into square units. So on number 1, you are supposed to just individually count each little box. And then that's how many square units. So like on 1, after counting all of the yellow boxes, it would be 36 units. And on C, 1C, there are some half boxes, so make sure that make 2 halves to make 1 whole. So make sure you do that. So A would be 36, B would be 21 square units, and then C would be 16 square units, just to double check after you do the work. So let's review the perimeter of the shapes on 259. And so I went ahead and worked some problems out on the board for you. They've given you the length and the width, and the length is 4.9. Didn't put the units up there, which is inches, and then the width is 3.2. Plug that into your equation with your perimeter. 2 times length plus 2 times width. So you just plug those numbers in. Wherever the L is, the 4.9 goes there. Where the W is located, the width, put your 3.2 there. Multiply it first and then add it up. Now, make sure whenever you are adding up these numbers, make sure your decimals line up, because whenever you end up with your answer, you want to make sure your decimal is in the correct place. Okay? So your answer to 2A then would be 16.2 inches. 1B, that's the perimeter of the square. So it's P equals 4 times S. So you have a whole number and then you have a mixed number. So if you have a mixed number, then you put your 4 over 1, and then you make your mixed number, you multiply the bottom and you add the top. And so it would be 16 times 2 plus 1, which is 33. So we do the 4 over 1 times 33 over 2. Make sure you cancel out with n. Some of you are forgetting to cancel out before you do your multiplication. Always double check that. So you can cancel the 2 and the 4. So the 2 will become a 1, the 4 will become a 2. So it's 2 times 33 over 1, which is 66 over 1, which becomes a division problem. Anytime you have an improper fraction, that is a division problem, and you have to reduce it all the way down, okay? And so that's 66 meters on 1B. All right, so let's skip over to page 261. They're talking about an area of a rectangle, and the formula that they want you to use is A equals length times width. There's also a box on that page. 144 square inches equals 1 square foot. 9 square feet equals 1 square yard. 43,560 square feet equals 1 acre. And 640 acres equals 1 square mile. Those are things you have to memorize for the next quiz. It will not be on this week's test. It should be on the next quiz. So make sure you memorize those, that information, those measures in those boxes. So on 1, it says find the area by counting each square. So you're just counting each square. That's all you're doing, just adding all that up. 2, it says use the formula. So 2A, length times width. They've given you the length of 7 yards and the width of 5 yards. Plug those numbers into your formula, and your area should be 35 square yards. It's not just yards. When you're looking for area, you have to put square yards, okay? On B, it would be square feet, and then on C, it would be square miles. So whenever you start talking about area, you're squaring things, okay? Filling in the blanks at the bottom on 3, on page 261, that goes back to the yellow box at the top of the page. Let's see, page 262, just doing a refresher course on your measurement equations. Remember, whenever you're talking about, you have 84 quarts minus 3 gallons, you're looking for gallons. So you always put the box around the number that does not have gallons. So obviously that's the 84 quarts. So you box the 84 quarts, bring down the 3 gallons, then you go 1, 2, 3. You're going quarts to gallons. So you're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, so that is a division problem. Then how many quarts are in a gallon? That's 4. So you divide 84 by 4, which is 21 gallons. Then you finish out the equation. 21 gallons minus 3 gallons equals 18 gallons. Okay? On page 262, A8C. No, some of you really like these. So remember your rules. Always work the side that does not have the letter. So you're going to work this side first. So n plus 2 equals 54. And then what you have to get rid of the numbers. You want to cancel that out and isolate the letter. So you have to do the opposite operation in order to isolate the letter. So n plus 2 minus 2. And then what you do to one side, you have to do to the other, equals 54 minus 2. And then, so n equals 52. You do not have to check on these particular problems. I just want to find out what the unknown is on the bottom of that page. Another thing that I want to review, division with fractions. You have 3/16 divided by 9/10. Always remember, whenever you have a division problem with fractions, is that you turn it into a multiplication problem and you flip this second fraction. Make sure that you cancel out within the problem. The 3 will become a 1. The 9 will become a 3, because 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 9 is 3. And then you'll have 16 and 10. So we can't use 5. You always go through your factors. And so we'll say 2 will go into 10 5 times. 2 will go into 16 8 times. Can't get my marker to work. And then you multiply it out. And I'll let you finish that out. Okay? Here. Make sure you have 16 1/3 times 1 1/2. So make sure you multiply the bottom, add the top, turn it into an improper fraction before you start your multiplication problem. Then you are able to cancel out within. So you have 49 over 3. And then you have 1 1/2, which would convert to 3 over 2. And cancel out within then. So the 3's turn into 1's, and then that's 49 over 2, which will equal 24 1/2. Okay, so that's just some reminders to help you for the test that's coming up this week. Practice these, make sure you understand them. If you don't understand, or you don't remember, or you have some questions, please let me know. Text me. Let me know if you have some questions, and I can work through some problems with you. I hope all is going well. Miss you guys very much, and see you soon.